and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got 5 makeup tips for you that I live by and do on a regular basis, and they really work for me and my friends, so I thought I would share with you. I'm sure you've heard of some of them. If not, hopefully learned something new today. Let me start with what's most important to me is making your eyeliner last much longer. I've always had a problem of it leaving a print on top of my lids here, so you have like double eyeliners on one eye, and I always had to like rub it off, reapply after a couple of hours as well, which is really annoying. And you can see that my eyes are not huge at all, so it's more likely, or I feel like it's more likely for my eyeliner to touch my eyelids. So the first thing I always do is apply eyeshadow primer and then set it with like a nude shade eyeshadow on top, so it's like wearing invisible eyeshadow, but this will give you a nice base and it would make your eyeliner last so much longer. And I know that is an extra step that what you usually do, but then you wouldn't need to touch up during the day at all. Another thing that I also do is when I know that I'm gonna be out for more than 12 hours. That's actually most of the time, but like let's say I'm going to a wedding or you go clubbing and you want your eyeliner to last even longer. And what really works for me that I've learned from another video, and I tried it out myself. I use like my eyeliner, that's it, it's now in focus, and this is the 210. You can use any brush that you've got that is small enough for you to do eyeliner. What I do is use a waterproof mascara, and just, mine is really dry now, I need to buy a new one, but just apply it like that and go on top of your eyeliner. And you know that how hard it is to remove waterproof mascara from your eyelashes, so this just makes it stay forever. Let's move on to eyebrows. So how do we make them stay in shape all day? I always used to have a problem of it kind of melting away, like when you don't see the sharp line anymore and you think like, what happened? And I thought like it's just because of my oily skin. I have combination skin. I don't own a primer or a base for my eyebrows, and what I simply do is when I apply foundation and powder on my face, I also add it on my eyebrows, and then all you need to do is just add your powder or your pomade on top, and guess what, it stays like this until I remove it at night. So for as perfect as possible wing liner, eyebrows and lips, you can use a flat brush like this one that I bought recently, and this is the MAC 212, and I find it really easy with a bit of foundation like that, and then you just kind of clean it up. I don't always have to do it on my eyebrows, but if it's like one side is thicker, then I would just correct it, but I don't use it to make it look so perfect. And also, but I mainly use on my wing liner. I wear falsies every time I wear makeup, and often they come off like if you don't stick it on properly, or they didn't have, or the strip doesn't have enough glue, so it come off and it just pokes you in the eye, and you actually have to fix it right away because you can't like walk around with it like flapping on your eyelids. So what I usually do is when I apply the glue on the strip, and I leave it in for leave it to dry for about 30 seconds or a bit more, and but then just before I apply the falsies, I would just add another thin layer of glue on top, and then wait for a few more seconds, and then just stick them on. And I find this way like my eyelash wouldn't like come off during the day, and I wouldn't have to fix them. And you know, where I live in the UK is really windy, and I thought you could try that out if you have a problem with that. So yeah, my last and final tip is on powder touch-up. If you have oily or combination skin like me, you get a really shiny T-zone, and my nose especially is just always bing, and like you have to touch up your nose during the day a couple of times. But what I suggest to do is use blotting tissue like this one, oops, like this way. Not this one, but like you can get it anywhere. I got this from Hong Kong that I went last time or the previous time, and this lasts really long, and it helps to remove the oil, and that is actually really great. Just before you apply your powder, remove the oil and then powder your nose as usual if you need to. But if you don't remove the oil, you would just add powder on top of oil and the oil is actually still there. So you would then make your face look more cakey because you're just adding powder on oil, and that's just not great. And then if you do it again, so you have like different, you create like more layers basically, and it's just oil, I mean like powder, oil, powder, oil, and that's what you get. I usually don't powder my nose during the day at all. All I use is this blotting tissue, do it like this, sit at my desk and remove my oil. I don't have much, but it's quite gross actually. But I just did it at my desk. If anyone's watching me, their problem. Look at this, can you see it? Ew. And then my face will be matte again, and that's it guys. These are my top 5 makeup tips. I hope you find them useful and learned something hopefully today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.